All right, so hopefully we are live now. Um, Still trying to get the hang of this whole mixer shit. So just gonna have to bear with me a second. Okay. All right, yeah. I'm just gonna turn the chat off for right now because there is nobody currently watching this, so really no reason for me to be watching the chat. But if I see somebody pop in, then obviously open up the chat. But anyways, so welcome to the stream. I am Pack Nasty. This is the first of hopefully many streams and many different streams to be coming. Um, I personally will be playing a lot of Madden 20. Probably be playing some 2K20 as well when that comes out on Friday, and whatever other games happen to be out at the time that really seem to pique my interest. Love playing RPGs, love playing shooters. So I've been playing some Remnant from the Ashes on PlayStation. That game's a lot of fun. Um, been playing Dark Souls on and off for many years now. Bloodborne as well on the PlayStation. Absolutely love those games. Love that franchise. Love that series. But yeah, so a little bit of everything. This is my personal channel, so these would be my personal streams, but hoping to basically be doing this as a group effort with a bunch of friends slash coworkers who also spend most of their free time gaming. So we all just kind of got together and decided why not actually try to maybe stream and share our content with other people, since it seems to be such a popular thing now as opposed to years ago. And yeah, that's really what we do when we're not working. We're usually playing video games at one degree or another, and since there's so many of us, why not just do it as like a group collaboration? So hopefully eventually at some point we'll actually have a YouTube channel up where we'll be uploading all of our personal streams, our group streams, co-streams, whatever you want to call it, and it'll all be up on a YouTube channel. So all more information to come. But anyways, so I am just going to be doing a stream today to hopefully be testing the audio quality of my headset. So hopefully you can actually hear what I'm saying. Otherwise, I've just been rambling and talking to myself this entire time, which really wouldn't be any different than any other day at any other time. But it'd be nice to actually know that the audio is working. So this is more of a test than anything. Any other previous broadcasts that are on this channel are also just going to be tests. So this is the first actual one today. I know I'm probably a little late to the party with Madden 20 since it has been out now for, I think it's been well over a month. I think it came out at the end of July. Um, I purposely held off on getting Madden 20 for the really just the reason of Madden 19 was a very inconsistent game from a gameplay standpoint, and it was really frustrating to play um, throughout the year, and that just kind of made me really hesitant to pick up Madden 20 on its release date because I have always gotten Madden 20 when it's come out brand new, typically right when it gets released. Um, I've been playing Madden since as far back as I can remember, probably Madden 2002 with Dante Culpepper on the cover. I was playing that on a PC. So yeah, I've played Madden every single year since then. Absolutely love football. It's my favorite sport. I think it is the greatest sport in the world. Um, yeah, just absolutely love it. Play fantasy football as well. So Madden just kind of goes hand in hand with that affection. So I really got into Ultimate Team in Madden 17. I've always just mainly played, franchise mode, your superstar mode, or create a player mode, whatever it's been called in the past. That's really what I've always played, Madden previously. And then I don't really know exactly what made me try Ultimate Team. I think I honestly just tried it for shits and giggles, just to see what it was about, and I was instantly hooked. just the ability to be able to build your team however you wanted with past, uh, present players, the stars, the legends. Just I just absolutely loved that ability. So um, I was instantly hooked. And unfortunately, I had gotten into it in 17, like right near the end of the year. So I didn't really have a chance to really get into it or build my team or anything. But as soon as Madden 18 dropped, that was 100% what I devoted all of my time to in Madden 18. I think I did create a franchise, a Tampa Bay franchise. The Bucks are my favorite team. Unfortunately, I know I'm going to get a lot of shit for that, but it is what it is. But I barely touched franchise mode in 18. I think I devoted, I want to say 99% of my time uh, to Ultimate Team. And Madden 18 was what I played most, probably throughout that entire year. And so when Madden 19 came out, I was planned on doing the exact same thing. And for those who have played Madden consistently and throughout the years, you know that the gameplay has, changed drastically and significantly with, different engines, different player physics, anything you can think of, they've changed it, and it's kind of crazy. Madden 18. I think that was I believe that was the first or second year with the Frostbite engine. I'm pretty positive it was the first year. Um, and everybody was really excited about that, for it working with other games like I believe Battlefield. It was running Frostbite, and Battlefield is just a fantastic shooter. Probably best shooter hands down. And I think what else were they using Frostbite with? I want to say it was like FIFA. I think FIFA might have been another one that they were using Frostbite with a lot. So when Madden 18 came out, everybody was super stoked about it, but it had its gameplay issues. It had issues with zones not playing properly, and I'm talking about just from a gameplay aspect. Like if you want to talk about content, I think EA does a fantastic job putting out content. Whether it's Ultimate Team or whatever it is, different types of promotions that they do. EA is fantastic with content, so I am in no way bashing the game from a content standpoint. It's simply from a gameplay standpoint, because I've watched enough football, and I've played enough football to know that some stuff just should not happen, and certain things are just absolutely fake. Like I know it's a video game. I know there's going to be fluke. I know there's things that happen out of the ordinary, but for it to be the norm and for it to be something that other people can exploit, it's really frustrating to me, and I'm sure it's frustrating to other players as well. Um, but regardless of any of that, so that's really just why I was hesitant on getting Madden 20, was because I was really worried that Madden 19, they weren't going to really do much to change the gameplay from one year to another, essentially. Because 18 wasn't bad, but it was still it was on the bad side of things. And Madden 19, I felt like they'd taken a step in the right direction at launch, but after with the exception of Fake Screen Wheel, because I know Fake Screen Wheel was just absolutely crazy, and I'm not even gonna lie, I was using it too. It was such a broken play. But with the exception of that going on, I felt like Madden 20 or I'm sorry, Madden 19 was still playable at launch. So I thought they had taken a step in the right direction. And then after the first couple of patches, it just progressively went further and further downhill. Um, I'm trying to remember all the issues that 19 had, like the fall forward glitch, where you could essentially run QB sneak every single play, and you would pick up a consistent like 4 yards, and you could literally just do that all the way down the field and just score a touchdown. Like it was just the most broken thing in the world. What else did 19 have? The spin move in 19 was just unbelievable. I've never seen any sort of move, even this year with all the abilities that we have in 20, which I'll get to in a second. Um, Madden 19, the spin move was just the most broken thing ever. Like if you got a spin move animation, whether you had the ability on or not, or I think they called them chemistries last year. If you had the chemistry on or not, if you could spin out like two or three defenders at a time, And like then who's gonna stop you from scoring? Like it was just absolutely insane. So like running like toss plays or stretch plays, and then hitting a spin move back onto the inside, like it was just absolutely nuts. So spin moves were super broken last year. Um, the 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 zone coverage and all the exploits with that. I know the deep crossing routes were just absolutely OP all last year. Like you really had to go into every single game planning for deep crossing routes to happen because again the chemistries were put on whatever receivers, and they were going out there running deep crossing routes crossing each other in the center of the field, and your user would have to make a decision, and you'd pretty much just hit whatever open one was on the other side of the field. So that was super broken too. um, and and the zones in general just would not play. I can't even tell you the amount of times that you know the quarterback would throw the ball and your safety or your cornerback or your linebacker, and whether it was user controlled, whether you clicked on, or whether it was just the CPU, would stare directly at the ball. And again, if you were usering, you'd hit Y or triangle to pick the ball off, and you wouldn't get an animation. The ball would just go right over your head. Um, or the CPU, if it was being controlled, would just stare directly at the ball. And anybody in the NFL, if you throw a ball at them and they're staring directly at it, they're gonna pick it off. Like, like I'm sorry, but it's how it's gonna happen. They're professional football players. If they're staring at the ball, they see the ball coming, they're gonna pick that shit off, and they're gonna be going the other way with it. So the fact that that would just fly over your defender's head and right into the receiver's hands, whether it was for a touchdown or for a big gain or to keep the opponent's drive going, like it was just incredibly, incredibly frustrating. So, to say the least, because I don't want to make this sound like I'm just like bitching, um, Madden 19's gameplay was wild, was absolutely wild. And I actually stopped playing Madden 19. I want to say the last 2 months before Madden 20 had come out. Um, and I was just playing 2K19. I got really big into the My Team and just was having way more fun playing that and way less frustration playing that than with Madden. And I also felt like with Madden 19 that they had dropped like really high overall players a lot earlier than they had in like 18. So and even in 17 as well, from what I understood. So that was kind of crazy too. That you had like 99 overall teams, with still like Christ like 4 or 5 months left of the season of the year to play. So just really really crazy. And I had I think a 97 overall team at the time. And the players really didn't do anything different at all. Once you got over a certain threshold, I think 19's threshold was what was it? I think it was 88. Yeah, 88 was in 19, and then I think 91 was the threshold in 18. But so once you got over that threshold, players really just didn't do anything different. So there really wasn't any sense in going after new players that are getting released or anything like that. Like they all pretty much did the exact same thing if they had the same stats. Um, so that's what I mean. Like I was kind of skeptical about 20 coming out. I hadn't played Madden for 3 months at that point. And then when Madden 20 came out, I just kind of like watched like a lot of other streamers, a lot of people on YouTube. I'm a huge G Miles World fan. For anybody who watches him either on Twitch or on YouTube, the guy's absolutely crazy. I know some people might even think he's annoying with how he acts, but I think he's absolutely hilarious, and he actually has really really good insight on the game, and he will absolutely tell you how it is, whether something is garbage or if it's not garbage, how it can benefit you, whether you're a no money spent player or not. He basically gives you all of the pros and the cons. So he's really great information. I watch a bunch of other people too. I don't want to like get into a bunch of names or anything, but I was just basically trying to study and see what Madden 20 was going to be about. And they made the announcements about the player abilities and everything, and so everything seemed really good. I was just really concerned like how the gameplay was going to be. And after watching a bunch of different streams and after the game had been out for about a month, I finally just broke down and bought the game. And I will absolutely say that Madden 20 is leaps and bounds better than 19. Um, Now, is the gameplay perfect? No, the gameplay is not perfect, but it's way more consistent this year than it was in 19. And even with the player abilities, being what they are, I know some people are saying that they're overpowered. Other people don't think they do as much as they should. So it seems like there's not really a whole lot of middle ground with it. You're either on one side or the other. I personally like the player abilities, and I think that it gives those players something special, and it does distinguish. Whereas 19, like I said, once you got to a certain threshold, nothing mattered. Everything was the same. This year, it's something completely different. Players play different. Um, I have noticed that I know the zones, they are what they are. The zones don't really play that well. They did just release a patch like a couple days ago, apparently addressing like reaction times with the zones. So it is what it is. Man coverage is the meta this year, so far, and blitzing everybody and all that fun stuff. But it's very different this year. I will say that it is very, very different. And as you can see, I have an 83 overall team, and I've been playing the game now for I want to say I've been playing for about 3.5 weeks, maybe going on 4 weeks. I don't have any concept of time. But so I'm pretty proud of where I've got my team. I'm not 100% no money spent, but I'm not out here dropping bundles by any means whatsoever. Like if these streams take off or my group streams take off, fantastic. And I have the additional money to be able to like open bundles and open packs, I definitely will do that. But with the way things are now, I work full time, but I'm not rich by any means, and I own a house, so I've got a lot of other responsibilities and a lot of other things I gotta worry about. But the one thing that I will like budge on and I will actually spend money on is the special offers. So, as you upgrade and as I've upgraded, when they have like the $1.50 packs or the dollar packs, to get like an 82 overall or get like a platinum player that lets you just quick sell it for coins. I do usually go after those because I think for what they are, they're worth it. And typically, I just go after the platinum player and quick sell it for coins. That way, I can just use the coins for whatever I want. Whether I want to go into the auction house and buy, the highest overall player for the cheapest price that I can find them at and use them for training, or if I want to snipe, whatever it is. I would rather just take the coins because the coins are always going to have value no matter what. This weekly elite fantasy pack, I really don't think this is worth it to be honest with you because that's $5 and you get to choose one of three 80 plus elite overall player. And I know it says guaranteed platinum player, so I know I just said I always go after the platinum player, but if you get an 80 overall platinum, I think that's 18K coins. So I don't really think that's worth it personally. If you think it's worth it, by all means, you can get it, but I don't think paying $5 and getting an 80 overall, platinum player, and you're probably only gonna get like maybe an 82 or an 83, elite out of the pack, then I don't know. I just don't really think it's worth it when it's actual money. Uh, I don't know. I just don't like gambling on that. If I'm paying actual money, I want it to be worth it. But that's just my personal opinion. So that's the only type of like packs that I will pay money for. So that's why I'll say like I'm not a no money spent player by any means, but I'm not out here dropping money on bundles. So that's why I have an 83 overall team, and I'm not running around out here with 91 Steve Young with what is it the escape artist ability, whatever brokenness that is. That's probably the most glitchy thing in the game right now. Is the no QB sack glitch or whatever they're calling it, which they said in this most recent patch that they patched it, that it's not an issue anymore. But I was just playing a game of head-to-head yesterday, and I mean, I don't know. It might have been because he has a 91 overall Steve Young with Escape Artist, and it was one of my lower overall players trying to sack him, but it it wasn't like a break sack animation. Like literally, my player just kind of like ran into him and dumbed out, and Steve Young just rolled out of the pocket and then like hit a receiver downfield with ease. Like it was horrible, and I was like, okay, well, I guess that's not patched. So if you do still experience that in the game, definitely, let EA know, let them know what's up. Like, hey, I know you guys said you patched this, but obviously you haven't. So hopefully, I'm not the only one that's experiencing that. But anyways, I'll show you my current lineup right now. Um, and in really the way that I play the game, because like I said, I unfortunately don't have the time just to sit on Madden and grind out, every single solo in the game and do all that craziness, or sit on the auction house and just try to snipe all day. I'm working full time, and I run my own business, so I'm constantly there and constantly doing stuff. And I have a wife, so I'm doing things with her when she's not working. Um, Whatever it might be, simple errands, yada yada. And like I said, I own a house which has one thing going wrong with it, one thing after another. So yeah, it's a lot of fun being an adult, but I unfortunately just don't have the time to devote to the game that I wish I did. And I just don't have the time to devote to any game the way I wish I did. So when I jump on here, I try to just do like what I enjoy the most. So like what I enjoy doing the most in the game is playing online versus people. And I know that's the least favorite part for a lot of people out there, but I don't know. I just love competition. And even though I run the chance of getting absolutely destroyed, which that has happened already, I've only played a couple games of regular seasons head to head, and I've played a couple games of weekend league, and I've gotten absolutely blown out. And even in regular head to head, where I'm playing in what they call the amateur tier, I've played guys with like 91, overall squads, or 90 overall squads, or 88, 89 overall squads. So I'm I don't know. I don't know if Madden needs to change up their tier system, or what's going on, but it's really crazy. So when I jump on here, I'm usually trying to play head to head. I did have to play a decent amount of solos. Oh, I didn't even finish showing you guys my lineup. Sorry. I am also an airhead, so I will just kind of jump around from topic to topic, and I'll lose my train of thought and what I was doing. So I do apologize for that. So obviously, everybody saw the offense. Got Ben Roethlisberger, been raping burgers at quarterback. Got Jesus, I can't even remember my own players, so forgive me. We got Bo Jackson at running back, Devontae Adams, Amari Cooper, Torrey Holt, who's the Mutt Master receiver, Patrick Ricard at fullback. Um, Got Zach Ertz. I just picked him up off the auction house. Haven't really had a chance to play with him too much, outside of draft champs, that is. DeMar Dotson, Shaq Mason, Matt Paredes, which was a pretty nice pack pull that I got the other day. Ali Marpet, Anthony Castanzo. Yeah, that's how you say that. Cool. Defense, we got Miles Garrett, Eddie Goldman, Alan Page, DeMarcus Lawrence, Marlon Humphrey, Nickel Roby Coleman, Darius Slay. We got Micah Hyde, Chandler Jones, Ryan Shazier, Patrick Lewis, Lawrence Taylor, Harrison Smith. Harrison Smith's my highest overall player. I did get him by grinding out the Mutt Superstores solos. I didn't play all the way through to where I maxed out on the stars, but I did enough to get that. I think it was the 88 to 89 overall Nat Superstar pack. So that's what I mean by like I go after like what I feel is the best value in the game, and I might not feel the same as other people, what they think the best value of the game is. Everybody's going to have their own opinion. Everybody's going to play the game differently and do things differently. But that's just personally what I do is I just get on here and I try to look at the best value for my time, essentially. Um, yeah, special teams is really nothing special at all. This is nothing special. We got Patriots uniforms, Patriots coach, who's not actually the Patriots coach. I don't know who the hell Griffin Murphy is. We got Viking Stadium. I'm currently trying to use the Ravens offense, but it's not been going too well. Jets defense. I'm honestly probably going to go back to using the Patriots playbook. Patriots playbook's really good. Um, Saints playbook is also really good. Those are the two that I've probably used the most so far this year. The reason why I was trying out the Baltimore playbook is because the run game is um, so I don't want to say overpowered this year, but nah, it's overpowered. I'm just gonna say it's overpowered, because it's absolutely insane. If anybody keeps up with the Madden Ultimate Team, or not the Ultimate Team, sorry, the Madden Championship Series, the MCS, they just had their first big event last weekend. Shout out to Serious Mo, who won the competition. Really cool to see an old school Madden member or Madden Pro, whatever you want to call them, go out there and be able to win a belt. I thought that was really awesome, and especially when he was playing against a 16-year-old who had knocked off Young Kiv. Young Kiv is my favorite Madden Pro player. Just absolute animal. Very methodical the way he plays. Just really, really great player. Doesn't stream, doesn't like really do videos or anything like that. The only time you'll catch him on a stream or on YouTube somewhere is if he's on somebody else's channel or playing with somebody else. So if you do have the chance to watch him outside of the MCS or whether you just watch him at the MCS, he's an absolutely outstanding player. Really, really got mad respect for him. Um, but what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the Madden Championship Series this past weekend. So the running game was just absolute ape shit. I don't remember what game it was, who was playing who, but they both had the Dallas Cowboys. Because you were playing regs, so you were just playing regular teams. Both guys were playing Dallas Cowboys, and it was literally just hand the ball off to Ezekiel Elliott, and that's all they were doing was they would hand the ball off to Ezekiel Elliott, and they would run for a 70-yard touchdown, kick the ball off, and they just basically did that and traded back and forth. I want to say until the second half when one of them finally was able to get like a defensive stop and had to force the other one to pass. But it was just insane, and that's how a lot of the tournament went. Was if you couldn't stop the run, then you were in trouble. Um, and honestly, that's kind of how it is. It's kind of how it is playing online as well. Just like as a casual player, as just playing regular head-to-head, is you end up if you can't stop the run, you're really not going to be able to do too much, and you're going to be in for a really frustrating time. So definitely focus on being able to stop the run. That's what I've been trying to do is really be able to stop the run, and then just kind of if you get beat with the pass, you get beat with the pass. It is what it is. It's like I said, it's not like 19 at all. 19, you could run around in the backfield, throw off your back foot, still make accurate passes. You cannot do that this year. Even with the escape artist being what it is, you still just can't do it to the level of the way 19 was. And especially with how the pass rush is this year. The pass rush is absolutely insane. Um, whether excuse me, whether you have abilities on the defensive line or not, the pass rush is just nuts. Like you can rush, three or four guys and consistently get, pretty good pressure if you set it up right. So the fact that you just sit there and wait for things to develop, the quick passing game is really where it's at. So that was why I was labbing with the Ravens offense is because a lot of RPOs and stuff like that. Arizona's playbook has a lot too. So I might honestly go try that out because that's really all I have enough coins to buy right now is probably a playbook. So the that's because, like I said, with me having 89, an 83 overall team, when I go out there and if I play against somebody who has like elite defensive linemen who are going to absolutely manhandle my offensive line, if I'm passing the ball, I realistically need to get it out quick. So if I'm not having success running the ball, then I've got to be able to utilize the passing game, and that's what's really difficult for me this year. Is that last year I mainly passed the ball. I was in shotgun most of the time, and I was passing the ball. Um, so this year, with it being so run heavy, I still like shotgun, but I'm trying to play a lot more under center and a lot more towards the run, and then lean on the pass when I have to. But I don't know. So I might try out the Cardinals offense and see how that goes. So the RPOs being in the game this year again, with Madden 20 being so much different than Madden 19, the addition of run pass option plays in Madden 20 is just, I think it's really awesome. Really, just a whole nother layer to the gameplay. And that's kind of like, I want to say a counter in a way, is to that pass rush being so crazy, is if you're able to utilize RPOs and use them well, that's really a great way to get the ball out of your hands quick. And another thing I've noticed is that halfback screens are also apparently a really big thing again now this year. I don't want to say a really big thing, but I've used halfback screens and I've had halfback screens used on me a lot when I've played online, and they've actually worked really well. As long as you get the blocking set up right, which most of the time it sets up pretty well, then you usually get a pretty good chunk play out of it. So I think that's really cool because I used to love running screens, especially in 18. Um, so yeah, just fact of the matter is if you're in the same boat as me, having an 83 overall team with not the best offensive line in the world, like I showed you guys, I think I have Matt Paredes at an 85, and he's my center. So being my center and with how crazy the edge rush is this year, it doesn't really benefit me. And my best offensive lineman's right in the middle of my offensive line. Yeah, so I have an 80 overall left tackle. And I have a 92 overall right tackle. So um, I definitely need to invest in upgrading my offensive line. That's probably going to honestly be where I put my coin next, will be in the offensive line, because if you don't have a good offensive line, then you're just, you're asking for a really, really rough time. So yeah, probably do left tackle next, and eventually try to work on getting the right guard and right tackle up as well, just to try to give myself a fighting chance. Like I said, I've only played a couple games of weekend league, and that was only because it was the week that everybody was pre-qualified. You didn't have to play any sort of head-to-head or do anything crazy like that at all. So yeah, I haven't qualified for weekend league outside of that, but I'm gonna try to this week. Like I said, I'm gonna jump into some head-to-head here in a second, and we'll see how it goes. Yesterday I was playing some head-to-head, and it didn't go too well. I'll show you guys the record in a second. The last thing I want to touch on, I'm just going to go grab this Arizona Cardinals playbook really quick and give it a shot, see how it goes. If not, I might end up going back to the Saints, because I think out of the Saints and the Patriots, they both are really good and they both have a lot of really good plays in them. But I think I like the Saints just a little bit more. Why am I picking a quality? That's not what I want. I want team. Cardinals. Alright, defense, nope. Defense, offense. There we go. Jesus Christ, 5750. Wow. It's kind of crazy because some of these playbooks are going for like literally like 300 coins. Like I've sold a couple playbooks, putting them up like a starting bid of 100 coins, and they sell for like 200 coins. But some of these playbooks are expensive. I guess with the whole, what is it, the theme builders, I think, when you get those tokens and it unlocks, whoever's theme, and everybody gets playbooks, and if they don't want the playbook, they put it up on the auction house. So the playbooks aren't really as valuable as they were in previous Maddens, but that's fine. Okay. So we got that equipped. What was I gonna do now? Oh yeah. So, in case you guys don't know, they are offering it's like a Twitch Prime bundle where you can basically link your account to get some free players. I think you get some free jerseys as well. I think you get a free Jim Brown, a free Elite pack, and yeah, you get some free jerseys. So if you have Twitch Prime, you should automatically be able to get this. If you don't have Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime, they are offering a 30-day free trial, so you can sign up for the free trial and get your packs, and then just cancel that shit, so you don't have to pay for it if you don't want to. But yeah, so I'll open those in a second to see what we get out of the Elite pack. Hopefully we'll get some glitchy pull. That'd be fantastic. Get our coins up. But other than that, really what I've played most this year so far, I've been playing through the Madden Ultimate Team 10 because once you get all those tokens, you get a free high overall player out of that. So that's definitely worth it. Obviously, the Team of the Week will end up being worth it as well. Play those solos every single week, get the tokens. You'll turn the tokens in to get a high overall player near the end of the series. Like I said before, I already did MUT Superstars, the 88 to 89 overall. Got the Harrison's. Oh Christ, my brain is just not functioning today. I showed you who I got, my highest overall player on the team. I know he's Harrison. I know he's white. I know he's a safety. He plays for the Vikings. Um, like I said, I didn't max out my stars on this just because all you get is just two 77 to 78 overall superstar gold players. Um, I, I, that's just not really worth it for me. So I didn't finish that up. I just did enough to get my 88 to 89 overall. I was trying to do the NFL Epics. I was playing through that a little bit. Um, you get a Baker Mayfield and a Deacon Jones out of it. And you also, oh, I didn't see that before. You also get an elite player out of it too. So that one might be worth going through. It is a Nat elite player, so do keep that in mind that you could just get stuck with a Nat 80 overall, which would be pretty rough. But other than that, you do get some gold packs. So that might not be a bad one to finish up, and you get an 86 overall Baker Mayfield, 86 overall Deacon Jones. So that's pretty good. Might honestly finish that up at some point in time. The legends, I've kind of picked and choosed what legends that I want to do. I immediately went after Alan Page because Alan Page was a savage last year in Madden 19. That dude just blew everything up. Like, it was just unbelievable. It's kind of upsetting that defensive tackles don't seem to have as big of an impact this year as they did last year. Like, this year, it seems like it's all about that edge rush. But regardless, Alan Page is a stud, so I did pick him up. Who else did I go after here? Obviously went after Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor is just always just an absolute animal in Madden, no matter what. Whether you put him on your defensive line, whether you keep him at outside linebacker, stand him up, whatever, the guy's just an absolute animal. So Lawrence Taylor, I went after. I've heard a lot of really, really good stuff about Marcus Allen. I know G Maya actually prefers Marcus Allen over Bo Jackson. Um, so I've just heard that he's absolutely glitchy. Also, I know Marvin Harrison is apparently really good as well. Um, but I haven't picked either of them up yet. But I might play through those and pick them up at some point. Like I said, I'm very picky and choosy, especially when it comes to the solos, just because the solos to me are just really boring. They're either really boring or they're really frustrating, one or the other. But I do love the fact that you do a star-based tier system this year, that you can pick your difficulty, the easy, the medium, or the hard, and then you have usually additional, like optional things that you can do to earn more stars, and that's how you get your rewards. So I really love that. I think that's really great. I haven't done any of the theme builders. I've unlocked Panthers, Patriots, Raiders, Saints, Seahawks, and Vikings so far, and I have not touched any of these because these are all going to be full games, from my understanding. So, you got to play through 16 full games on each of these on competitive difficulty too. And for those of you who haven't played solos or have played solos, the competitive difficulty And if you have it like all the way up, so this is on rookie, so that won't be bad. But if you have it up to like all pro or God forbid all Madden, the CPU is just gonna kind of have their way with you. So yeah, it's nice because you get an 86 overall player at the end of it, but I don't know. 16 games is just it's a lot to sit down and grind. Um, if you have the time to do it, great. If not, you might be in the same boat as me, where they're just going to release better players at some point. So yeah, Theme Diamonds, I pushed through this. I got, let's see here, what did I get? I went all the way up and I got my Nat 84 plus overall, and then again I stopped because after that it's just a Nat Gold and a Nat Gold, and I didn't see the point of continuing to go through that. NFL Journey, this is actually one that if I had to say I'm in the middle of any solos right now, it's definitely the Journey because these rewards are pretty good. You get gold, get a gold player pack, gold player packs, gold premium pack, 25k coins, gridiron player packs, which are super glitchy from any pack pulls that I've seen. Another 25k coins. You get a Journey Master Michael Thomas, which is an 89 overall. Then you get 80 training, gold premium player pack, and then a Journey 1 completion token, which will probably go into set to get another player down the road when they come out with more of these like Journey type ones. Because this says part 1, so obviously they're going to release part 2, part 3, so on and so forth. Um, but yeah, so this is actually really nice reward system here to go through. So there are, like, these aren't going to be all full games. Like, there's some stuff that's mixed in, like, down by 10 in the third quarter. So that's basically you're playing a half. I think that's how a lot of these is you're playing halves at like the worst. Like that's in the fourth quarter. So like yeah, some like these aren't that bad. So you can put chew clock on, and you just kind of have to be mindful of like what you're down by and what difficulty you pick. Just be mindful of whatever you decide to do. But those aren't that bad, and the rewards are definitely worth it. Being able to get 50k coins, an 89 overall player. That's really not bad. And who knows what you'd pull out of the gridiron packs too. So all really good stuff. The level challenges too. Not bad coins. You get like 3K, 4K, up to 5K right now. So that's not too bad. And these are all just kind of easy stuff, like really, really easy stuff. Yeah, like throw for 50 passing yards. Really, really easy stuff like that. So those aren't bad to go through either. Like I said, love the star system. Love how they did the rewards this year. For somebody who doesn't like playing solos, I do like that a lot. Solo battles I have not effed with at all. Played solo battles last year in Madden 19 on and off. Again, it kind of just boils down to like how much time you have and your tolerance of playing versus the CPU. If you love playing against CPU, then solo battles are for you. If you're really not big in playing solo battles and you just really don't have the time to devote to it like I do, or I don't, like I should say, that I don't really see the value in solo battles. So that is what it is. Leave it up to you. The draft, I love MUT Champs, MUT Draft, whatever you want to call it. I played a lot of it in Madden 19. I think I played it pretty decent at 18 too. But the draft is just a really good way to, if you're like me again and you don't have, a great team, you're kind of middle of the pack, 83 overall right now. And there's a lot of people running around out there fucking opening bundles every day, just absolutely going ham, freaking training points, abilities on every player, it's just nuts. Drafts is a really great way to kind of play on a guaranteed like level playing field against people, because you're going to be playing against somebody who's got pretty much the same overall team as you do, and at that point it just kind of boils down to what scheme you're running, and that usually boils down to whatever playbook you usually picked at the beginning of the draft. So I like draft champs a lot. Obviously it's been like a roller coaster so far with the 23 games that I've played. I've gone 11 and 12. I'll win two, and then I'll lose two. I'll win two. I'll lose two. I think the most that I've won has been, I want to say, I've had 3 wins. So by no means have I gotten close to getting the 6 wins and getting all that fun stuff, but I've gotten 3 wins. So I've gotten the 18K coins, the 20 trophies, 2 Hail Mary packs, 2 midfield packs. So it's just a good way, it's a fun way of playing and knowing that you're not going to get blown out uncontrollably every single time that you are searching for an opponent. But it's not bad. I usually always play the premium draft, so it's 15K coins to enter. Even if you lose, so like you draft your team and you lose, you don't win any games, you get 9K coins back. So you're only going to lose 6K in coins, which was not really that bad. So if you do your daily objective, depending on what level you are, you'll probably get 1500 or 2K in coins, if not a little bit more. So you're really not losing out a whole lot, and you get a couple Hail Mary packs, which I'd like the best I've seen out of a Hail Mary pack is you'll get like 2 golds. Um, and the rest is all going to be silvers. And like I said, that's best case scenario. Worst case scenario is you just get all silvers across the board. But I'd say definitely utilize those exchange sets and try to pull power ups if you can. And just if you can't pull power ups, then just keep putting them into the higher exchange sets until you get to like the 80 to 82, I think it is. And whatever you pull out of that, just either sell it for training or sell it for coins. Because I've pulled a couple of 82s out of there that are going for. I haven't checked the market recently, but when I was playing the other day, I pulled one that was worth like 24K, another one that was worth like 20K. So some of those are still going for a decent amount. So you're able to get coins back pretty quickly. Um, and another tip too is that if you're kind of worried about who you're going to get matched up with, and I didn't personally do this, I just kind of hopped on and started playing, but you can bomb your placement matches. Um, just get blown out. Like if you've got like a little bit of coin to be able to burn through, you can just bomb your placement matches, and so your tier, like I'm like a silver 5 star, whatever the hell that is, like right before you go into gold. So you could essentially like go bronze or like silver 1 star or something like that, so that it should match you up with pretty like lower level competition, and you might be able to get some pretty easy wins out of that. Um, so yeah, that's just another way you could go. So yeah, MUT drafts, really a lot of fun there. Um, but yeah, so I think I've really honestly gone over and rambled about enough, showing you my crappy team. So let's go in here and let's see if we got anything good out of this whole Twitch Prime shenanigans. All right, so this is the 85 overall Jim Brown. Um, let's see what he's looking like here. So, so Bo Jackson is significantly faster. He's an 87 speed, 86 excel. So yeah, Bo Jackson's way better. All right. So you can either sell him for 200 training. If you really need training that bad, I guess you could. I wouldn't really recommend it though. He is an 85 overall running back, so I'll put chemistry on him. And right now, my backup running back is James Conner. That is one thing that I spent money on, was the kickoff pack or whatever that gives you like a couple of elites and then a bunch of golds for you to basically start your team off with. I want to say that was like five or $10. So that wasn't too bad, and the couple elites that I pulled were actually pretty decent. I think I pulled that DeMarcus Lawrence, who I have at defensive end right now. Um, who else did I pull? I don't remember, but the couple of leagues were decent, so it was a good way to get your team started off. But right now, James Conner is my backup running back at like a 70 overall, so yeah, Jim Brown will be able to slot in as a backup, so that'll be nice. So yeah, let's move on to the next one here, Twitch Prime Bundle. All right, so we get Twitch Prime Unis and Elite Player Pack. Go ahead and get the uniforms first. Ooh, Elite uniforms, fancy. Twitch Prime Magicians. Huh. All right. Magicians. Sure. We'll activate that as our current uniforms. Magicians. Kind of sounds like I don't know if anybody's ever watched or used to watch the NFL European League with like the Galaxy and Christ, I can't even remember half of the team names now. But they're just really wild names. But that sounds like it'd be an NFL European name, Magicians. All right, Elite Pack. Let's keep our fingers crossed. See if we got anything good here. All right, silver. Garbage. Oh, Elite. Here we go. All right, 81 overall, Mike Daniels. So that's what I mean by like these packs. Like it really is a big gamble. Like I know they disclose your percentage, um, on it before you open it or whatever because they have to now. But it's still just a huge gamble. So like I'm not gonna gripe too much because this was basically a free pack. But if you actually spent money on this or spent coins on this, because I think the elite packs are what like 40K or 50K. If I spent 50K coins and I pulled an 81 overall Mike Daniels, I'd be pissed because that's an L. That is an absolute L. Um, and same thing if you spent money. I think the elite packs are what like $5, $7, something like that. $6, whatever. So if I spent $5 and got a Mike Daniels, I would be pissed. So just keep that in mind, because I know some people don't care about money. I care about money, so just be wise. Be wise with it. All right. So the rest of this pack is not that great. Some of these higher golds will sell for a decent amount, so definitely check their value before throwing them into an exchange set. I don't think like Shaq Lawson might have some value. I don't think anybody else's, so I'm just gonna go ahead and immediately put them into the exchange sets. Probably just gonna sell Mike Daniels. Keep in mind, I have not really put any abilities on anybody yet because training is just so wildly expensive. It's crazy. Like that's why the market really hasn't fallen off or taken any super like hard hits. Training is just absolutely insane. Um, so I don't know. He's 265 training, but I'll check his price. We'll see what's going on there. Here we are. You've got the exchange sets. Like I said, always do the exchange sets because you always have a chance of pulling a power up. Or you're just gonna pull another crappy silver, which you can just put into the next exchange set. Which is this, the 70-74 overall. Which is just gonna be a gold. Another Devin Bush. 82 speed, wow. I don't think he'd be selling for really anything, but never hurts to check, so we'll check his too. We got 75 to 79. Will Lutz. I think this is the exact same Will Lutz that I have right now, just not a starter pack Will Lutz. Yeah, cool. I will check his value. Sometimes kickers have more value for whatever weird reason, especially this year, because if you have a chance to take a field goal, take a field goal, because points are just very valuable this year. Especially like with the way like I feel like it's a lot harder to play like really good lockdown defense this year as opposed to like lighting it up offensively. I don't know. Maybe this patch will change things a little bit, but like when I first jumped on here and was playing, like offenses just seemed so overpowered. Like it seemed like you were just getting into a shootout with your opponent most of the time. So I don't know. That's just me. But let's go here into the item binder, see if we've got anything valuable. Twitch Prime Magicians, that's still just crazy. All right, Mike Daniels, you're going for 12.8. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna sell Mike Daniels because not really doing anything good. Yeah, and that's the thing with like the whole training and like abilities and all that stuff. Like I've been hesitant to even put just like the chemistries, like the go deep chemistry or whatever type of chemistry you want to use, on there because I had like I'm just not really too sure what I want to do with my team right now and like who I'm gonna keep, who I'm gonna get rid of. I know progressively just better players are gonna come out, so that's the shitty thing is that if you use your training and then you say you downgrade a player, you lose out on the value of the training. I think you only get half of the value back, so I don't know. It's just it's a gamble either way. No matter what you do, it's going to be a gamble. So we'll put him up for 12.4. He should sell. Um, like I said, people are just trying to get training points as cheap as humanly possible. Shaq Lawson's going for 4.2. That's not bad for a gold. Devin Bush. DeBush, he's going for 5. Wow. Huh. Interesting. And Will Lutz is going for 5. All right. So that's like, so we got 5.5. That's 10, 14. And you take your 10% tax. So, yeah, so that's about like 13K, give or take, maybe a little less. We'll call it 12K. So between Mike Daniels and those 3 cards, if they sell, that's about 24K right there. So that's not bad. Or I could throw these into that exchange set and see, and the exchange set that I'm talking about is the 80 to 82 overall, and see if we get a little bit luckier. I don't know where I am though, if I have like enough in there. So let's go check that really quick. I'm also sorry that I'm just kind of going through this and rambling on about random stuff, and I haven't actually jumped into a game yet. I promise after I do this, I will jump into a game. Don't know how many I'm going to play. It might be one, might be more than one, just kind of depends. The new game mode that they came out with, the Superstar Knockout, it seems like a lot of fun. I'm just waiting for them to actually integrate it into Ultimate Team because I don't really see the point in playing. Because again, like I don't have all the time in the world, so it doesn't really have a lot of value to me right now. But if they integrate it into the Ultimate Team, then it will absolutely have value. So, I've only got 2 out of 6 in the 80 to 82 overall, so I'm probably just going to sell those guys individually right now. They probably have more standalone value. And we'll just hopefully take our coins if people actually buy them. Alright, so Shaq Lawson, we're going to throw you up for, he was going for what, 4? So let's call it 3,700. Devin Bush was going for 5, so we'll throw him up at 45. I always try to undercut whatever the cheapest one is up there. So like that's 5. So again, I'm just going to throw him up for like 4,500. Because again, if people are just going through the auction house looking solely for training points, they're probably just going like position by position in whatever, the 75 to 79s or, 70 to 74s, whatever it is, 80 to 82s or 80 to 81s, and they're just going position by position, buy now, and looking for the cheapest one up there. So, if you're just trying to sell off whatever and you're just trying to get coins, just try to undercut whatever the most recent one is up there. And you should have a pretty good chance of it selling. Master image token. I don't think I'm up to an image. Oh, I completely forgot about the Ravens playbook. What are you going for? The Ravens playbook's going for, okay. So at least it's not a couple hundred coins, it's at least a few thousand. So, put it up for, put it up for, yeah, 29, sure. Mutt Master, image token. I don't think I can do anything else with my Mutt Master. Tory Hole. I think I need to get another actual token, not an image token. Yeah, okay. Never mind. Alright, so everybody should be up on the block now. That should be on the block. Hot on the block. you guys can see I'm at 80 trophies right now. So if I get 10 more trophies, I'm probably gonna just gamble and try to get a red zone pack. I haven't opened any red zone packs yet this year. Last year they were kind of crazy. I know a lot of people were just like, take the coins, take the coins, take the coins, and most of the time I'm going to tell you to take the coins, and I'll take the coins myself. But every once in a while I do like to gamble, and these red zone packs were kind of crazy last year. So I'm just curious to see if they will be crazy this year. The only thing I don't like is that it's not a guaranteed elite. It contains a 75 gold or better player, three additional 70 plus gold or better players, and two additional 62 silver or better players. So you could pull absolute garbage out of this, and you just wasted 90 trophies. So again, it's always going to be a gamble. But I feel like you have to gamble somewhere in this game to actually make any sort of like coin come up, or whatever, or just get your team better. You have to gamble somewhere, no matter where it is. Just you have to take a gamble. Just be smart about it. So Mike Daniels already sold. That's nice. So that should put us up in the realm of like 24K. Should be nice. Uh, not a MUT millionaire. You will very rarely see me with a decent amount of coins. I usually always like probably the most that I have at a time is like maybe like 150,000, and quickly after that I'm usually trying to upgrade my team because like I said I don't have a high overall team, and so I'm always trying to just put what I have right back into my team. So that's really what I'm gonna do. It's rare that I'm gonna sit on coins. Um, a friend of mine, another one who's hopefully gonna be part of this whole group stream, he was messaging me the other day, and he's got like 2.5 million coins, but like that dude's unhealthy. What like yeah, I love the kid, but he's unhealthy, man. Like Jesus Christ, he like grinds out every single solo in the game. Like I don't know, I don't think he sleeps, or he's found a way to sleep and play Madden in his sleep, which would just be I don't know, it'd be insane. Um, oh, we have a viewer. Hmm, interesting. Well, let me pull the chat up in case anybody wants to say anything. Because I turned that off because I thought it was going to distract me. There we go. Chat on. Oh, oh, person's already left. Cool. Oh, it's Brent. Perfect. Just bear with me a second because trying to figure out if my audio is actually working or not, and hopefully I just haven't been just talking to myself this whole time. All right, awesome. So Brent can hear my audio, which is great news. So I haven't been just rambling myself this whole time. Um, Brent is AKA the patient. He will also be a part of this group stream, hopefully. So yeah, now that we've got all that figured out, let's go ahead and jump into some head-to-head and hopefully not get blown out uncontrollably. Like I said, I was playing yesterday. You can see it right here. I am in the amateur tier, which is the very bottom, and I was getting matched up with just craziness, like dudes with 91 overall, uh, Lawrence Taylor 91 overall, Steve Young, just absolute insanity. Um, yeah, so hopefully I won't be in the amateur tier all year, but that's where I am right now. And it'd be really great if I didn't get matched up with just some absolute animals. But you can see what happened yesterday. I played one guy, got 0 and 16. I think I made it to halftime, and I quit out of that game. I just couldn't do anymore. I played this guy Wonky Pillow, and I played. I don't even think I played a quarter with him, and nothing really crazy happened. I think I just I blitzed him a couple times in a row, and I got a couple sacks in a row, and he just quit. So I just don't think he wanted to deal with that. And then I played this guy, the only snake. He went up 14 on me pretty quickly, so I wasn't about to basically stick around for that because I knew what was going to happen. But anyways, so I'm going to jump in here and we'll see who we get matched up with. I think worst case scenario, if I do lose a game or two, I should get those 10 extra trophies, and that will let me go after that red zone pack that I was talking about, which hopefully won't be total garbage. Yeah, that's the Twitch Prime that I was talking about right there. You can redeem to get that Jim Brown, the Magician uniforms, and the Elite pack. So definitely worth it to do that. Like I said, even if you don't have Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime, they do have a 30-day free trial. You can just jump in there and get that 30-day free trial.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks. Certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Lutz now to kick this one away.
Like I said, I am going to be running an offensive playbook that I've only used a couple
at the goal line
in drafting.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
If I throw mad interceptions or I just suck in general, I'm sorry, but that's what happens when you're using the playbook. So yeah, my adjustments, I usually turn auto flip off because that shit pisses me off, and
so 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, Wilson. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
Backfield, so he's probably just going to stop down the backfield.
There's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson, that's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line.
The hit sticks are really crazy this year, too.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Oh, wow.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
A first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
All right, so 3rd down. I really like running big nickel on 3rd and longs. Typically get pretty good pressure out of it, and you get some pretty nice coverage.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
Come on, Marlon.
And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
I don't know what I want to do here. Run cover 2. Yeah, we'll run some cover 2.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Probably gonna try to hit this tight end Hunter Henry right here. Take him out of the play. I like Patrick Willis. He's a little slow. Oh, that big.
He is going to find Hill here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. On first down, Wilson. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now.
Okay. Let's see if we can change that really quick. Probably piss this guy off, but it's all good. There we go. Volume control. Master volume. Let's try to turn that down. I should probably do this from the actual settings in the game and not the game menu, because I guarantee this isn't going to save. Oh, hopefully that's slightly better. I still got Brent texting me here, so he'll probably let me know in a second. Okay, cool. All right, he says much better. Oh, this guy's going to be an absolute bum. And Hunter Henry, yep, cool. All right. So this guy's not not garbage, but he's in the same amateur tier as me. So yeah, great. We'll see how we do on offense. He moved down the field really without any sort of issue, other than he did get put into that 4th down situation, but he did make a really nice play to get himself out of it. So yeah, all credit goes to him. See, that's what I mean though. Madden 20 just leaps and bounds better than 19, because last year I would have already probably gotten super pissed off and frustrated just by my opponent's first drive, especially if they converted a 4th down, because I guarantee something just crazy probably would have happened. But that drive, really nothing crazy happened. He made a really good play, so I'm not going to get mad at that at all. So that's what I mean, just leaps and bounds better. But like I said, we'll see how we do here on offense. I'm just going to come out, run a simple run play, and just kind of see what defense he's in and see what kind of adjustments he's going to be making. And he obviously knows what he's doing. He's shifting his line. He's using him pretty well. So yeah, good stuff. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing in this playbook. I'm just kind of throwing caution to the wind and trying to learn on the fly, just trying different things. Like I said, the way the pass rush is this year, and you cannot sit in the pocket. You cannot just wait for things to develop. You know, the RPOs might be the way to go. Just kind of quick passes like that. Like I just, hot routed. I think that was Zach Ertz, just to a quick out route, just get 5 yards and just move on with life. I do like this bunch quads. If you're playing solos, bunch quads just works really well. I haven't been able to really get it to work too well in online, so that's the only upsetting part so far. All right, see like right there, like that probably shouldn't have happened. Like that should have been a pick. I think that was Lawrence Taylor in coverage, and I know Lawrence Taylor doesn't have the best coverage stats, but realistically that should have been a pick. Like I saw him starting to come down to my running back, so I thought that it was safe to throw the ball. That's why I threw that, but then he moved back to where my receiver was at the last second, he should have picked that off. But I'm not going to complain because I still have the ball. But that's what I mean. Like sometimes it can still be a little glitchy. You can still get some weird stuff that happens, but it's nowhere near on the level of 19. And also the other thing I forgot too is that they kind of nerfed linebackers this year. Like they don't let linebackers get crazy animations. Like that was another thing I didn't talk about earlier with like Madden 19 and how many like different glitches and stuff there were in that game. Because Madden 19, you could, didn't matter what type of linebacker. Like I know it was Ryan Shazier for most people because he was the Mutt Master, but you could just get crazy animations when you were in coverage. You know, oh that's great. It's in the lost yards. Yep, cool. But you get just crazy animations being like 10 yards underneath the receiver. So that's unrealistic. If the linebacker's underneath the receiver by 10 yards in the NFL, that receiver is making that catch like every single time. Unless he physically drops the ball, the receiver is making that catch. So just to see it happen over and over again consistently in Madden 19 was just 8. Just flat out 8. Yeah, he read that good. He read that really well. I was hoping he was going to follow my drag, but he decided to go up the field. I don't even remember what I was talking about now. Shit. Oh well. Back on defense now. So he's passing really well against nickel, and so we'll try to come out here in 3-4. See if we have any better luck. Come on. All right, good defense. So we might just sit in 3-4 because so far we're defending a lot better. All right, good defense. Oh, please don't let that happen. Did he catch that? Oh my God, he caught that. Oh my God. Oh, Christ. Okay. Again, it's kind of hard to get mad at that because, again, he was kind of in front of my defender, so he had better positioning, but still kind of frustrating that my defender couldn't make a play on it, and he picked up that ridiculous amount of yards on third down. Cool. I think I kind of remember what I was saying earlier, but with Lawrence Taylor being in that coverage and not getting that interception, again, because he doesn't have the really good like coverage stats, that might be why he wasn't able to get that pick. And like I said, I do just really like this year that the stats matter, and you know these abilities matter, and all these other things actually matter and make a difference in the gameplay. So yeah, just like with that completion, you know, that was his tight end who had a better positioning on a smaller defender. So you know he came up with the catch. So even though it's frustrating that he did that on third and long, it's not too unrealistic. I just gotta find a way to freaking stop this guy. Like, Jesus Christ. Dude's doing whatever he wants right now. Alright, we got a good sack there. Myles Garrett getting pressure. Apparently been streaming for going on 80 minutes now, which is kind of crazy. I'm gonna try to put some pressure on this guy because, yeah. Get outside. All right, good. Got him on 4th down. Curious to see if he's actually going to go for it again. Nope, he's going to take a field goal. All right, so I actually managed to kind of stop him, which is nice, especially after that that crazy 3rd down completion that he got. But I'll happily let him take his field goal, which he missed. Wow. All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna try to play under center. Like, I know that this formation's got some crazy run pass options out of the shotgun, but I'm gonna try to play under center and try to place it. Why is he active? Oh wait, yeah, he got that pick last drive. Not bad. Yeah, he's gonna try to light my ass up. See, that's what I mean. Like it's kind of crazy. Like looking across, like on the defense, and you can see whose like superstar ability is activated, and you're like, ah, shit. Now I gotta really avoid that player. You know, like it wasn't like that in 19 or in previous years. So, like I said, they've done a really great job this year. Really can't say enough about it. Again, guys, I am testing out this playbook, so you know, don't get mad at me as I get sacked. Myles Garrett coming back for revenge. Got bunch. Oh, we have bunch in this playbook. Hell yeah. I love single back bunch. I played I played a lot of shotgun last year, but the one under center formation I played a lot of was bunch, and it just was so good because it had the pitch, it had verticals, just had a little bit of everything in it, so it was perfect. Don't know. Oh, he's probably gonna get another pick here. Yeah, he is. Wow. Yeah, love bunch. When it's actually run well. I kind of messed up there because I just was talking about the quick pitch, and I was like, oh, let me pick quick pitch, and then realized it was 3rd and 18, and audible out of that, and ultimately threw an interception. So, yeah, all on me. And I didn't even pick a play here either. So, not doing too hot right now. Distracted by talking. Couldn't get the animation there. See, 19, that's an interception. That's a Ryan Shazier interception right there in 19, in Madden 19. Oh, give me that. Oh, no. Oh, man, he Madden 19 me. Oh, man. And I clicked on, too. Wow. That's frustrating. That should have been an interception. See, like I said, that doesn't happen anywhere near like as many times as it did in 19. But Christ, when it still happens, it is so effing frustrating. Oh man.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
Where's this guy going to go now with the ball here? Is he just going to run? You're probably just going to run. Oh, get that. Oh, you piece of trash. Again, Lawrence Taylor, not the best coverage linebacker. Showing it off there again. Alright, so this dude's got 11 seconds left. I'm probably just going to do my best to keep him out of the end zone. going with this? Yeah, throw that way. Okay, cool. So he should just take a field goal here. All things considered, how poorly I've played this first half, I'm only down by 10. So if I could just actually get something together on offense, then this might actually be competitive. Try to ice him. I don't really think icing him works in this situation though, so yeah, no, it doesn't. All right, halftime. So we're getting the ball to start the second half. Again, hopefully we put something together here. Oh, fullback be trucking. All right, start at 31. I really just need to go like into practice mode or something and just mess around with these playbooks, because I just have no idea. Read flat. We got a toss out of shotgun? Huh? Oh, he went to the wrong side. Oh, that was perfect. Oh, that was perfect. Oh, and I got hit stick. Alright, so that play might be a little glitchy. We got a screen out of here. We got a Z spot, which is really good. X seam. Yeah, this formation's kind of crazy. Let's try the slip screen. Like I said, screens seem to be working a heck of a lot better this year as opposed to previous years. At least, like screens were just dead in 19. Like you could not use a screen in 19 to save your life. I don't think I saw or ran one successful screenplay in Madden 19. But this year, though, like you saw right there, I got 17 yards, and I really didn't have to do a whole lot either. So they're really good. Definitely, like I said, a great way to just get the ball out of your hands quickly. Right there, try to get my tight end, but smack. You have halfback dive here too, which is nice. And this dude just sitting in 3-3-5 because he thinks he's cute. That was the other thing last year that just made no sense, was everybody's running 3-3-5 with 3 defensive linemen and then 8 defensive backs, and you couldn't run the ball. That didn't make any sense. Like I have 5 offensive linemen, or even you could put out like jumbo sets where you had your 5 offensive linemen and 3 tight ends. So you should easily overpower and be able to run the ball on their ass, and you just couldn't. It was like, it just made no sense. Again, it was just one of those unrealistic things that you just couldn't get over when you played the game. Got that corner route. Corner routes are still incredibly broken, especially if you catch them playing cloud flats, because all you have to do is basically just run a drag, and if the user doesn't pick up that corner route, or if they don't man it up, it should always be open. I just try not to run it every single play, because obviously if you run it every single play, every single time, your opponent will catch on, and you'll probably end up making a mistake, throwing an interception. So this formation is kind of nice. Got a lot of different things out of it. Run pass options, has this halfback toss out of it. Which I wonder if I can motion. Oh, I can motion my tight end out. That's kind of crazy. That does kind of give away the play. It does let your opponent know that's the side of the field you're going to. But it's still kind of cool. Let me see here. Got this X seam, which kind of seems, we'll give the X seam a shot. Why not? It's 3rd and 6. As long as I don't make a mistake by throwing an interception here, we should be in pretty good shape. Probably drag, ult, nice check down. Bring Hurts over, make him think I'm doing something crazy. I'm not, I'm just blocking, bro. Blocking. All right, he picked that up. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I tried to throw it away, but got sacked. But we're still in field goal range, so that's all I really care about, is I just want to put some points on the board right now. And Will Lutz is money. Tell you, Will Lutz for being a gold, like a 79 overall kicker, or whatever he is, he's pretty good. Pretty much any kick from like 35 yards in, he's able to make. Coming up on fourth quarter here.
Drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Come on, man. Come on. Oh, he's going to run. Pick that off, man. God damn. Again, Chandler Jones, not really great in coverage. But would love to see him just make a play there, considering he's one of the few X Factor superstars, whatever you want to call him, on my team.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Oh, I missed the hit stick. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right, well, Bo Jackson pretty much just put this away. Well, I unfortunately am not going to sit around because down by down by 14 going into the fourth quarter, and he's played pretty decent defense up to this point, and I'm using a playbook that I don't know. I'm probably just going to go ahead and quit out of this game because that was just a disgusting run by Bo Jackson. I'm not even going to lie. That's another thing too. The pursuit angles are really crazy this year, so if you don't get the right angle, especially if you're trying to hit stick somebody, then it really hurts you. Like, that's another thing that I need to get out of my head from 19 is I was just so used to hit sticking everybody with anybody, a cornerback, a safety, linebacker, it didn't matter. But this year, it depends on who you're using and depends on what angle you take. So if you don't do that properly, then you're probably going to give up a big run just like that, where I should have just gone for a conservative tackle and gotten the guy on ground and just played the next down. But unfortunately, I got greedy and I tried to go for the hit stick, and yeah, Bo Jackson made me pay for it. So yeah, kudos to this guy for having Bo Jackson and being a savage. But yeah, so stream's at about an hour and a half now, so I think that's a pretty good stopping point. If I happen to be on later tonight, then I might possibly do another live stream. But if not, then I'll just try to jump on what I can jump on and hopefully just keep this thing going. So I appreciate everybody who's watching, which was mostly just Brent, aka The Patient. So yeah, I will talk to everybody later. Have a great day.